20 years ago, my good friend Douglas Adams spent a year tracking down endangered animals together with the zoologist Mark Carwardine. Now it's my turn. Mark and I are heading off to find out exactly what happened to those species that he had seen dangling on the edge of extinction 2 decades ago. It promises to be exhausting, exhilarating, and exasperating. But I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Mark Carwardine, how are you? How very good to see you. Thanks for waiting. I paid that extra to go business so that my luggage will be out last.
Fantastic.
It's a little privilege you
I
get.
see you come dressed for the jungle.
Well, not exactly, no.
Hey, welcome to Manatee at last.
Thank you. It's great to be
My
here.
travelling companion is to be Mark Carwardine, an internationally renowned zoologist and photographer. In the pursuit of the weird and the wild, he's travelled to almost every country in the world, encountering pretty much every conceivable creature and several of the inconceivable ones. We're starting our adventures in the Amazon, the biggest river system in the world. We've arranged to set out from Manaus on the banks of the Rio Negro, where Mark has a fast boat waiting to take us upriver.
That's not the Amazon.
No, that's the Rio Negro.
Goodness me. There we go.
2 things, I think, the most important bit of kit. Binoculars.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry, they're not wrapped. I should have wrapped them in
That's
banana
wonderful.
leaves or something.
That's wonderful.
And a hat.
Oh, they're good. Oh.
We're hunting for the lugubrious Amazonian manatee, a large seal-like mammal that once swam these waters in vast herds.
What do you reckon our chances are of seeing a manatee?
Pretty slim, to be honest. They're here. We're going to go to the right areas where they occur. But the fact that it's murky water and the fact that when they rise to the surface to breathe, they have 2 little nostrils right at the top of the snout. And all that breaks the surface is just enough for the nostrils to blow out, take a breath, and they disappear down below the surface again. So not only are they rare, you could be on top of one and you still might not see it.
They were sort of confused with mermaids in the early days, weren't they?
Yeah, although you have to be quite drunk as a sailor to... I think the reason they were called mermaids is because the females have mammary glands in the same position as female humans. And I think that's how the term originally came about.
In fact, the name manatee is taken from the word in Carib, one of the old Brazilian tribal languages, meaning breast. Though not noticeably breasted to the casual observer, the manatee is a large, fully aquatic mammal, sometimes known as a sea cow. Manatees are spectacular only in their single-minded devotion to doing everything as slowly as possible. Unfortunately, when escaping from hunters, they've also been inclined to do it rather slowly, and the species is now classified as vulnerable to extinction.
Thank you.
To begin the hunt, Mark has brought us to a lodge aimed at fulfilling the every need of the 21st century jungle tourist.
You've taken me to the middle of the jungle, and we're sitting on golf carts.
I know, I'm really sorry about this.
So they've got electricity for charging them. They've got, I notice, a phone signal.
I know, it's like an out-of-body experience. Oh, dear.
How unusual. Gosh, the colours.
Whilst I admit to being a fan of the 21st century's little luxuries, I must admit that this isn't entirely what I'd expected of the Amazon.
God, it's worse than I remember. See the macaws. Hello. Thank you.
Oh. Thank you very much. How kind.
The lodge is comprised of 7 towers linked by a 5-mile network of walkways. Mark first came here exactly 20 years ago, together with author Douglas Adams.
I became friends with Douglas in the early 80s, and we decided we wanted to do something for wildlife and travel together as well, and we came up with this idea of Last Chance to See. We got a world map, and Douglas stuck pins in where he'd like to go, and I stuck pins in where the endangered animals are, and we came to a compromise. And strangely enough, the first place we came to was here. We started off in the towers here and went off into the jungle looking for the Amazonian manatee.
By 1988, Douglas Adams was the celebrated author of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and a personal friend. While he trotted the globe with Mark, I lived in his house, fielding requests for lenses and guidebooks to be sent to exotic locations, and I came to know jealousy on an interstellar scale.
Douglas, as we know, died very sadly, almost, 5.5 years ago now. And I never spoke to him about this, but did he express a desire to go back and look 20 years on?
Yeah, he actually became really passionate about conservation. He did a lot of good work for conservation after Last Chance to See. And we were both very keen to go back and see what had happened in the years in between. And actually, very sadly, I was talking to him about that very thing the night before he died, and we were planning the next trip and planning to go back around the world and review all those projects. So very sadly, he missed out on that.
Yeah, do some foraging.
After Douglas died, Mark asked me if I would be interested in accompanying him on the journeys they had been planning. Though Mark and I have never travelled so far as to the corner shop together, for better or for worse, our fate is sealed.
Well, I have to confess I'm quite nervous about this whole enterprise. I like my creature comforts rather more than I like my creatures.
I mean, I must say, standing next to him, he's so tall as well, he's so brown and so bright and knowledgeable. It makes me feel really short and white and stupid, to be honest.
I'm quite nervous of Mark. I don't know him that well. I've met him before, but of course he's such an all-round expert on all living things, and I shall feel very foolish if I say, "What's that?" and he will give me one of those long, burning looks, as if he cannot believe there is a sentient being on the planet who is unaware of what a capybara is, or whatever it might be.
Mark has been telling me of a local legend in which the Amazonian manatee is guarded by a most peculiar bright pink dolphin known locally as the boto. It is said that if you want to find manatees, then you must first make your peace with the dolphin. Unlike the manatee it shares its waters with, the boto is a fast-moving predator living on fish and small crustaceans. The boto is typically 8 feet long, becoming pinker as it becomes more excited. It should be noted that the boto is only found in the Amazon basin and is recognized as an endangered species in its own right. It should also be noted that dolphins are Mark's most favorite thing in the whole wide world.
See a lot of animals on our adventures, but I can tell that you're particularly excited about today. Why is that?
You know how some people need a cigarette or a drink every so often to survive normal daily life? Well, I have to see a whale or a dolphin at least once every couple of weeks to survive. But I lay awake last night thinking about today. I know it's sad,
Wonderful.
but
No, I think
I
that's
love
terrific.
it. It's fantastic.
I had heard that there was a legend that at night the pink river dolphin turned into a gentleman with a black top hat. It was very specific, and then a sort of Edwardian waistcoat, and ravished the local women. And it was explained to me that this was probably missionaries justifying the arrival of rather surprising pink babies in Indian tribes.
One of the things I really want to try and do today is get some underwater shots of them because they're so hard to approach normally and the visibility is so bad. There are very, very few pictures of them underwater. My dream is by the end of the day at least have one great underwater shot.
In an attempt to increase visitors' chances of glimpsing the rare dolphin, staff of the lodge have been feeding the boto from a floating platform in the river.
Thank you.
Hey, did you have a pee before we left, by the way?
No, I didn't. I can have it if we get in the water, surely. It's big enough to accommodate my urine.
You mustn't pee in the river. That's the key thing.
Is that
because there's a fish here called a kangaroo fish. Have you heard of that?
Oh, no, that's an urban myth, isn't it?
No, it's true. It's about this long.
Yeah.
And if you pee in the water, which I'm serious you mustn't do,
yeah,
it swims up your urine and into your willy. Basically, it's designed to go into the gills of a fish. So it gets into the gills and the spines come out, it lodges itself in there, eats the blood or drinks the blood, and then when it's full, it lets go and drops to the bottom and digests it. But if you get one up there, it's apparently unbelievably painful, and you have two choices. You chop your willy off, or you have to get to a hospital, and given we're near a hospital here, there's only that first choice. So what I've got a couple of pieces of string, actually. So if you just tie a knot in it. So I've done mine, but... Which size do you need?
Aye! Aye! I'm...
Sorry.
But this fish does exist?
No, the string's a joke, but the fish is real.
Right. Well, I will be extra careful with my family package. Gracious.
Having been distracted by Mark's hilarious joke, we failed to notice that while we haven't found the dolphins have found us.
Oh, look at that. Yeah. Fantastic. Came right out of the water.
Yay!
Oh, they're fantastic.
Aren't they beautiful? They are so lovely.
But you notice when they're swimming around, they're moving in tight. They can do sort of handbrake turns. And most dolphins, all the neck vertebrae are fused. Right. And it's designed for swimming fast, so when they turn, they don't break their necks.
Yeah.
But with these dolphins, they're designed for swimming in the flooded forest and weaving in between all the trees and the roots and everything. And so when you watch, they can turn like on a sixpence and they can bend their necks, and they're very different to marine dolphins.
Really interesting, yeah. Yeah. Astonishing. Very beautiful and unmistakably dolphinous.
Oh, yeah,
that obviously
really.
isn't a word, but you know what I mean.
As a creature more at home on the land than in the water, I'm more than a little uncertain about joining Mark in the river to get his shot. I would be a lot more uncertain if I knew what Mark told me later. Not only is this water home to the kangaroo fish, it's also popular with piranha fish and frequented by passing bull sharks, the most deadly shark in the world. The sediment in the water means that one simply has no idea what, if anything, is down there. And suddenly, out of the murky darkness, the unmistakable shape of a dolphin appears just inches away.
Oh, they're very soft. They feel like an old vinyl lilo, one of those little paddling pools or something similar that used to blow up. They've got that sort of vinyl feel.
Sorry.
The lodge has provided everything we had hoped for, with one noticeable exception: a manatee.
Amazing.
We decide to leave the tourist trail and fly in search of a man who spends his life tracking manatees. If only the rain would ever stop.
My God, I'm glad we didn't take off in this.
Whether or not we get to take off depends on the only man with the skill and the plane to get us there. Captain Wilson, a Christian missionary pilot. But even with God on his side, he's taking no chances with the elements.
So if you get caught in this when you're flying, do you just have to land somewhere and wait?
Yeah, on a
Is that
river.
what you do? Just fine. Isn't that dangerous?
You know, with experience, you can't be sloppy. You still need to respect. We always respect water, fire, and wind. Always, you know?
I don't think Stephen quite realises what we're in for now, because we're going to do some serious searching for the manatees, and to do that, you have to go much deeper into the jungle, and we've got a boat which I hope is going to be waiting for us. I'm not sure if it's going to be there. I'm not quite sure exactly where it's going to be, but we're going to search for it from the plane. Right, Stephen.
Yeah.
We're off.
Are we really?
Yep.
Oh, blimey.
Rain's pretty much gone.
Grab your...
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, okay. Thanks so much for all the 3 flights we had done already this morning. Help us going back and forth with the weather and everything. Give us a safety flight. In Jesus' name, amen.
What did he say?
I just heard in Jesus' name at the end.
May the Lord help us.
It's perhaps only in flight that you begin to get a sense of the scale of the Amazon rainforest. It's a place of extremes. The Amazon basin contains the biggest rainforest in the world and a network of rivers containing 1/5 of all the river water on the planet. This forest contains 1/10 of all the species known to science, and we're on the lookout for just one of them.
Are you excited, or are you...
I am actually extremely excited.
Is that your excited face?
It is. What do you expect me to look like? It is, no, it's thrilling, it is. I genuinely am astonished that I'm doing this. I've never come anywhere close to it.
But before attempting to spot manatees, first we have to spot the boat that should be waiting for us.
It should be around here somewhere.
Yeah, there is the boat there on the right.
Oh, he spotted it.
Oh, very good.
That's a relief.
There it is. Pumas and jaguars don't swim onto boats, do they?
Very rarely. Don't tell me there's mobile reception.
There is
please.
no signal. Of course there isn't.
We have flown 2 hours south of Manaus, deep into the rainforest, to find a boat called the Cassiquiari.
Yeah, don't forget to come and get us, will you?
No, exactly. Goodbye, Captain. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was a very memorable and enjoyable flight.
Off to you.
Thank you very much. Hey, bon dia.
With luck, the Cassiquiari should be able to take us to the manatee hunting scientists that we've come to find. As our last link with civilization departs, before any hunting can take place, we must make ourselves at home.
Power. No, that was working perfectly before.
I only touched the switch.
Sod, it was working perfectly. You complete swine. You just... Right, let's get this in here. No power.
Oh,
right, we're going back. That's it. That is it.
Oh, well, never mind. It was worth a try.
There's no never mind about it. Where are the other plugs? I cannot go for 4 days without power.
Oh, I despair.
You may well despair, but not as much as I do.
While I attempt to resolve the complex technicalities essential to the expedition,
Oh, well.
Mark is distracted when one of the crew spots something in a nearby tree.
Well, they're saying it's a cobra, which is very unlikely here, and they're saying it's venomous, so I can't quite see it yet. Oh wow, it's here, it's right here. It's an emerald tree boa, which is one of the most spectacular snakes in the Amazon, probably about a metre above where we're going to be, hopefully. Can we go under? I think he's a bit worried about going underneath, but... Look at that. challenge is going to be to keep the boat steady to be able to get a photograph. And then maybe... That's it. If we can hold it there, I'll try and take the picture one-handed. Oh, God, it's hard.
It's not Mark, it's the extremely valuable camera I'm worried about.
Okay, this is perfect. So this is a boa, so it's not venomous at all. It's a constricting snake, and it feeds mainly on bats and small birds. And this is how you would typically find it. So I've never seen one in the wild before. I've seen them in captivity. So it's a really special moment, and it is one of the most attractive snakes. God, this is impossible. Snake wonders what the hell we're trying to do. Look at that, mind that branch. God. Just, oh, God, that's it. Poor thing, he's looking completely baffled. Whoop. Okay, this is the one. This is perfect. Yes.
Mark Carwardine is not just a photographer, he's also an environmentalist. As the heavens open and manatee hunting is quietly shelved for the day, I discover another side of Mark when he reveals that the risk of falling into the Amazon is not the greatest danger he faces in the line of duty.
A lot of it is quite dangerous. The trouble is that a lot of endangered animals are being threatened by people who are prepared to do anything to get at them. You know, there's a lot of money in wildlife trade, in skins and horns and ivory and so on. The poachers who are killing the animals are armed. A lot of them carry around AK-47s, submachine guns, Kalashnikovs, which they are prepared to fire. And so, you know, when you go out on patrol with these people, you have to expect that you could get into serious trouble. And I was also working in Cambodia just recently, and the week before I got there, 5 of the people who I was going to be working with were killed by poachers in their sleep. They were in hammocks in the rainforest and fast asleep in the middle of the night, and poachers turned up and killed them all with machetes. And this kind of thing is not unusual. It's all part and parcel of conservation these days.
Right, come on. A little bit further back. A little bit more like that. How's that? Well, it's a bright light, but it'll have to do. Well, here we are in the middle of a rainstorm in the tropical rainforest. I'm hot and I'm sweaty, and I want so much to be in a hotel which has got air conditioning and Wi-Fi and cellular coverage and things like that. But what am I moaning about? I'm in one of the most beautiful and extraordinary parts of the world, and I'm in the company of an extraordinary and remarkable man. He knows so much generally about zoology, but of course particularly about marine mammals and river mammals like dolphins and manatees, which he's so sweetly passionate about. He just can't see enough of them. And he's prepared to put up with all kinds of hardship in order to go and see them. My God, anything that nature can dream up, anything that can feast and gorge on other animals. Crikey, there's thunder. It's around the place, and it wants to crawl up one's bits. You know, Mark told me to close the door last night because vampire bats will come in. God, listen to that thunder. We're all going to die.
Fortunately, we're in the safe hands of a captain who knows these waters well. The river we have come to, the Rio Aripuana, is a tributary of the Madeira, which is in turn a tributary of the Amazon.
I mean, this would be one of the biggest rivers in England if it were in England, wouldn't it? This is the one we're on now.
Oh, it would be, yeah.
And yet it's a tributary of a tributary of a tributary.
And the Madeira is one of the biggest rivers in the world, and it's a tributary. So, I mean, when you think of the scale of the whole place, this is just half of the Amazon, what we can see on the map here. The whole area is about twice the size of Australia, and there may be 10,000 manatees spread out over the whole. So it's talk about needle in a haystack.
Yeah.
We've got a task for ourselves.
A century ago, these waters were said to be home to great herds of manatees. Today, they are few and far between. We're heading out to meet the one man who may be able to lead us to a manatee in the wild.
Hey, I think this must be Mark and Ivano up here.
Ah, yes. Thank you very much. Oh, that's great.
OK.
Ooh, hello. You must be Mark and Ivano.
Mark van Roosmalen is a self-styled naturalist who has dedicated many years to this otherwise unstudied stretch of river.
Howling monkey.
He claims to have discovered several species unknown to science, and while the scientific establishment treats those claims with caution, we're still hoping he will be the person who can help us on our quest.
My hand. Hey, hello. Shake hand. Yeah. Yeah.
Mark has made this remote village his base while working on the river. His secret of success is employing Francisco, a man who grew up in the village, to track animals.
Could you ask Francisco if he's ever seen any manatees?
Você já viu algum peixe-boi? Já. He saw.
Oh, really?
When was
Recently?
the last time?
Quando foi a última vez?
Eu vi agora dia 28, agora final do ano já.
He has seen it a week ago.
Yeah. And where was that?
Onde você viu o peixe-boi?
Aí dentro do Parauazinho.
Close?
Here, very close.
Oh, wow.
In the lake.
Primeiro, né, para poder ver lá.
He's telling me now that he just saw them feeding in these lakes behind the Igapophos, the flood lake.
Just over here?
It's really close, so we could go there, and he says you can see them feeding on the floating vegetation.
Would he be willing to take us?
Você está disponível para levar a gente lá?
Então, nós vamos lá.
God, that would be fantastic.
You
Great.
can go in and
Fantastic.
one.
Maravilloso.
Foi-se embora me deixando tanta dor, tanta tristeza no meu pobre coração, e até jurou não me deixar, e foi-se embora para nunca mais voltar.
The place where Francisco suggests we hunt is a few miles up the river. While we travel, Mark discovers that Ivano's taste for endangered species developed at an early age.
When I was a child, we ate manatee a lot.
You love to eat manatees?
Yeah, I love to eat.
I thought you loved to watch manatees.
Because the meat of manatee is it's not like a fish. It's different. The taste is like a cow.
Really, like beef?
Yes, like beef.
And have you had it in the last few years?
No. I think the last time that I ate manatee was like 10, 12 years ago.
Do you miss it?
A lot.
Do you really? It was really that
Yeah.
tasty?
Yeah, it's very love taste. Very love.
So you can't get manatee meat anymore?
No, it's illegal. It's illegal. You cannot eat. You cannot fight. Nobody wants to sell because it's illegal.
Is there no black market for manatee meat?
No,
It's not available
easy.
anywhere.
Maybe sometime you can get, but it's not easy. Dona Graça?
Hi, Grata.
The boat's cook, Graça, even recalled manatee recipes from her own childhood.
Era meu pai que matava, poava.
Father, hunters.
Depois de cozidas, postas de carne, ele põe num paneiro para pingar aquela água todinha até ficar sequinha. Tá tudo bem fritinho, você mergulha na banha e tampa.
Sounds like a complicated recipe.
No, it's not complicated. It's very easy because she said that the first kill the manatee, of course,
Yes.
and you got the back of manatee because the meat is much better. They boiling first, the meat boiling, and put to dry, and after dry, you fry them, and you put in a can with the fat of manatee. That's the way.
But for us, Grasser is sticking to one of her less controversial recipes.
I gather there's a lake just behind the trees here where the manatees hang out. So Mark has gone with Francisco, and they've taken the boat through all the foliage. They're going to try and find a way through for us later on and see if the manatees are there. And I think this is probably going to be the most challenging part of the trip for Stephen, because we have to be quiet.
Flies are making a noise.
No talking, we have to lower our voices from now on, because the manatees aren't that far away, and if they hear us, of course, we're never gonna find them. So it's silence until the others come back, and we just keep our fingers crossed.
Special non-crunchy vegetables.
Okay.
Finding the creek to be overgrown, Mark van Roosmalen and Francisco resort to dragging their boat overland to get to the hidden lake where Francisco believes the manatee live.
That's right. I think Francis was saying that they got in through a little channel off the river, off the main river. Yeah. And there's now a bunch of them in here with a bit of luck. They're still in it.
I know that was a flying fish or something.
I think it was, yeah. Leapt out and swam across.
Yeah.
You can really feel this is the right place, can't you?
Yeah. It's got a sense of being cut off.
Absolutely. Like, if you're going to see manatees, this is the place it's going to be.
Right.
So this is a sign that there are common manatees. They were feeding on these maybe this morning. And it's floating all over the place. So we know for sure that there is manatees here.
So there's lots of manatee food here.
Yeah, it's all looking promising. You see, these lilies are the kind of thing that the manatees like to feed on. They might lift their mouths and the top of the snout out of the water to get a good grip onto those. So.
I see.
Hey, you know, one of the best things about manatees is that they're eating plants that have lots of silica in them, so it wears down their teeth a lot. And they have this fantastic conveyor belt system where their teeth are all molars.
Yeah.
And they move forward about 1 millimetre a month. And as they come to the front, they drop out, and then they're replaced by the next lot. So throughout their whole lives, it's a sort of anti-manatee device by the plants to stop them eating them by having lots of silica. And the manatees overcome it by just replacing their teeth.
That's fantastic.
Great.
That is extraordinary. Over how many millions of years would that take place? Locally, the manatee is known as the ghost of the Amazon, and we're beginning to see why. In spite of hunting now being illegal, sightings of the Amazonian manatee are getting more and more infrequent, and increasingly, we're wondering if here, in these far-flung lakes and rivers, illegal hunting still goes on. tip, apparently, is to wear the hat and then a hood over it. Because then you can move your head freely.
Are you sure?
Now, yes, you mop.
Now move your head freely.
Free movement of head.
Right.
I may have got that wrong.
I can't hear a word you're saying.
It may have said,
Actually,
do not
like
put
it.
your
It's
hat.
good. Oh, yes, maybe that's what it was.
I got it the wrong way round.
Well, that looks really good, actually.
It's quite comfortable, is what I can say. Yeah. Well, it was absolutely beautiful little lake, but we didn't see any manatees, but we saw a lot of evidence of manatees, or at least evidence it's the kind of place they'd live.
Yeah, I really thought we might see one, actually. It's disappointing.
And quiet as we were, they certainly would have known we were here.
Relatively quiet.
Yeah.
I think you have to be absolutely silent. We did make a fair amount of noise overall.
Well, we can either try again, or we do know places where there are captive manatees, of course. We won't.
We'll see one.
We won't leave
Nice
Brazil
to see
without
one.
seeing an Amazon manatee.
Yeah, I really wanted to see one in the wild, though. That would have been the thing.
I know. For the next 2 days, we searched rivers and lakes.
Yeah, a little saw something. There is a movement, isn't there? I don't know if it's either it's reflection.
Maybe it is a reflection.
We ploughed tributaries of the tributary. But if there are manatees in the Aripuana, then they chose to stay concealed in the murky waters. Some might think that to be outmaneuvered by one of the slowest moving creatures on Earth is embarrassing, but not us. Mark has an old tracker's trick to increase our chances of finally outfoxing the wily manatee. He's taking us to a zoo. Manaus is home to over 1.5 million people and, I'm assured, a handful of obliging manatees. INPA is the Brazilian research institute tasked to study life in the Amazon. It's one of the few places in the world that keeps captive Amazonian manatees for scientists to observe. With a hard luck story and natural charm, Mark has talked his way into the manatee center of study.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, my. Oh, they could love their whiskers and faces. They look so gentle, don't they? It's completely harmless. They are a bit like seals, aren't they? But they're a bit...
There's a great description I read once where somebody said they're a bit like seals, but they're more like travelling cases for putting seals in. I think it says it all.
Yes.
They're not related to anything else. They're extraordinary animals, really unlike anything else. They're not quite like seals. They're not quite like dolphins or whales. Yeah, you see those flippers? They're very long flippers.
The front ones?
Yeah, obviously adapted from the forearm and the hand. But they use them. You see that one there?
Yes,
Walking
it's
along.
like walking, exactly.
They do use them to walk on the bottom of the river.
I think I'm in love. They've got that slow grace that big animals have, like elephants, which are so surprisingly graceful when you see them, aren't they?
Yeah, actually, the Brazilian name is peixe boi, which means fish cow or ox fish, and they're basically underwater cows. And there's no better way of describing them. Just munch away at aquatic grasses all day long and don't do very much. Move around slowly, fairly quiet, peaceful sort of life.
Marvellous. Vera da Silva is in charge of INPA's manatees. She immediately takes us away from the main tanks to see something neither Mark nor I had expected. Tucked around the back, Vera has a number of orphaned manatees with telltale rope marks and machete cuts, typical of the marks left by hunters.
The people hunting them use the calves as bait.
Yeah, they get the little one, the mother, they will tie the little one, and make them call. They make a sound and they will call the mother, and the mother, she will stay and she comes. So
because they
then
do help one another, don't they? If there's an injured one, they might help to bring it up to the surface.
I don't know. In captivity, we notice this. In the wild, I don't know if, if there is a record for this.
Human activity has resulted in the manatee being one of almost 17,000 species currently on the endangered list. We're inclined to think of periods of extinction as naturally occurring prehistoric events, but the greatest mass extinction the world has ever seen is happening right now. Human activity is causing it, and human activity alone can put it right.
You need to hold...
Right under there.
Yes, so he can...
These young manatees are now receiving round-the-clock attention to nurse them back to health so that scientists can study them before releasing them back into the wild.
See, it's got that prehensile lip, with all the hairs on the lip.
Slipping away. Oh, I've got to grip him quite hard, haven't I?
He's got his eye closed, his eyes closed. Look at that.
And
He's
also
enjoying himself so
the
much.
nose here.
Yes.
Yeah, got the skin flaps closing the nostrils.
Yeah. So it could be done underwater, which presumably would be with the mother, obviously.
Yes. OK.
Though he specialises in underwater photography, Mark has never yet been able to get a picture of an Amazonian manatee. This is an opportunity he isn't going to pass up.
Vera, I don't suppose I could ask a huge favour.
Yeah.
Would it be possible to get in the big tank with the adults? Please.
Yes, I will let you try, but because the animals are not used to have people swimming with them, I don't know how they will react.
Has anyone been in with them before?
Long time ago, when our oldest female had her first calf, and she was very aggressive towards the diver, and she put him towards the wall, so she didn't let the person approach the calf. That will be an experiment for everybody.
Okay. This is the first time I've ever done this. Swimming with Amazonian manatees. It's a big life tick for me. Would you mind passing me the camera?
No, there you are, I've got it.
Thanks a lot. Great, thank you.
Not only did Mark not seem to be in any danger from the manatees, but they barely seemed to notice him. I'm struck by the quiet peacefulness of these big animals and the thought that back when great herds moved in these rivers, they would have been ridiculously easy prey. I can't help thinking of the many creatures, like the iconic dodo, whose placid temperaments made them all too easy to chase into extinction. In an area as vast as the Amazon, a law to stop hunting can never be enforced. So the challenge is to change attitudes that have been held for generations. We have heard of one team who are trying to do exactly that. We've travelled 400 miles west of Manaus to the city of Tefe. At first, one is struck by an almost complete absence of cars, the result of Tefe being a city still unconnected to the rest of the world by road. Though founded as a base for missionaries in the 17th century, these days Tefe is best known as the town closest to one of Brazil's biggest reserves.
What do you character does?
You don't need to pay now.
Oh, sorry. yeah. It's the home of rhythm.
The reason we're here is to meet Dr. Miriam Marmontel and her team from the Mamiroa Institute, who have a novel approach to ending hunting.
This is Mark.
Hi, I'm pleased to meet you. Hello.
You've come to the right place, I can see, because you've got manatee earrings.
Oh, they're amazing.
Keshiboy on your ears. How wonderful.
Though no one knows for sure, it is thought there may now be only a few thousand manatees living in the Amazon. Miriam is draining a tank in preparation for releasing Pichi, an orphaned manatee, back into the wild.
Oh, there he is.
While this will have a marginal impact on numbers, the hope is that by involving traditional hunting communities, the release will have a significant impact on attitudes to manatees.
So where did he come from?
He apparently got entangled in a fishing net, or so the locals told us. But when we got him, he had a harpoon wound to his back. And so they harpooned him at some point, either to take him out of the net or intentionally.
Has he exhibited fondness for you or any particular humans?
For Michele, who got him, she went up and brought him in a speedboat.
Before the team can transport Pichi, he has to be moved and measured to see if he's big enough to be released.
God, they're so strong. He's so trusting, isn't he?
He's so trusting. He obviously loves you.
He does.
He does, you can tell.
Oh, yeah.
She's his mom.
It's all right, it's okay.
Lots of water, I suppose, now he needs, yes? Thank you. So now you're going to measure?
Yeah, we're going to obtain a lot of measurements.
Pichi has been putting on several centimeters every week after spending 6 months in a tank. Miriam confirms that he is, at last, ready to begin his journey back to freedom.
Will you miss him?
You can have all the science and expertise in the world, and it only works if you have somebody like Michelle who the manatee trusts, who spends all day, every day with him.
I mean, we may give ourselves 6 kicks up the backside for what we do that causes the extinction of animals, but we have to give ourselves the odd pat on the back for at least being aware of animals in the first place, in a way that no other animals are aware of animals.
As a human race, I think we're terrible. We do terrible things, but thank God we have this relatively small number of people who do devote their lives to it.
Yeah. You were telling me the other night that in the world conferences and things, people are just giving up almost.
When I do things like this, it just gives me hope again. You know, I mean, I love animals. I mean, you can't help but be moved by things like this. No. You know, I think you've got to get into the field and you've got to get to see things just to remember what it's all about. Otherwise, it is all just facts and figures on paper. I think he's just farted.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, really.
Seriously?
Yeah. I know they fart a lot, don't they?
Yes.
But I'm right in the cloud of it coming up right now.
Nice.
Can you smell it?
I'm getting a whiff now, yes.
Are you? Imagine what it's like here.
Yeah. Well, at least he's not a meat eater. It would be worse.
No, that's true.
Oh, Jesus, yes.
God.
Holy woly.
Can hardly stay conscious.
That's pretty rich, isn't it?
Oh.
And he's allowed to.
Oh.
He's only 1 year old.
Could have waited just a minute. Oh, my God. Just like that.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yes. I see what you mean about the...
Yeah.
He had a little bit of an old poo there. Watch your feet.
God, he's strong.
If you got in there, we'd be in trouble.
All right.
The nearest group of manatees is still 100 miles away, which means to get there, we plan to spend the next day traveling by boat deep into the heart of one of the biggest reserves in Brazil.
Okay.
Well done. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hooray!
But you know what they say about the best laid plans. We should have noticed what the omens were telling us. The following morning, in readiness for the long journey, we've been asked to get to Peachy's boat in time to sail at first light. I don't claim to be the first to fall for an animal like Peachy, though I dare say few will have done so quite so dramatically.
Oh, God. Oh. Yeah.
I had put one foot off the side of the pontoon and fallen heavily on my right arm. A paramedic from the nearest hospital is shipped out to confirm my worst fears.
It's broken, I think.
He's asking about your spine. How does
The spine is good. The spine is good.
Okay.
Good, good.
But can you explain that it's incredibly painful?
Very, very
in this
painful
section
to
of the
move
arm
or
here?
twist my arm.
Tá com muita
When he moves,
dor
it's
aqui.
intense
Muita
pain.
dor, não consigo mexer.
Ah,
Eu
lá.
quero eu.
Well done. Slowly, all right? One step.
Oh! The angle's gone weird.
Hold on, just take it easy a second. No rush. Swing on it now. That's it, just put your weight on me if you need to.
Legal. Passa pela costa.
Okay, well done, well done.
Thank you so much. Thinking my shoulder. Ow! Is it right?
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Slowly, slowly.
Jesus! God!
Okay, you're there. Just gonna. Can you?
Two helpless creatures side by side on a small boat in the apparent endlessness of the Amazon.
Hello.
Hello, how are you guys doing? Not so good, huh?
Who's coach, Captain?
Captain Wilson has responded to our SOS, and I'm heading to a Manaus hospital. Suddenly, for me, the adventure is over, and we are all alone with our thoughts. Extinction happens, and the world keeps turning. Does it matter if the Amazonian manatee ceases to exist? Some will argue that each species has a crucial place in a complex ecosystem. Perhaps. But this is what I think. I think that it's just indecent if humanity, through our actions or through our neglect, should cast into oblivion an intricately perfect piece of evolutionary engineering millions of years in the making. I think that somehow we have to do better than that.
What a day. We've been on the go since 4 o'clock this morning. We did manage to get Stephen to Manaus in the end. It certainly wasn't easy, but we got him here and we got him checked over by several consultants and doctors in a couple of clinics here who unfortunately confirmed our worst fears, which are that his arm's quite badly broken in 3 different places and he needs an operation to put a couple of metal pins in to hold it all together. So what we've decided is we're going to fly him to Miami. Meanwhile, I'm going to try to charter a float plane really early tomorrow morning to catch up with Peachy, the manatee, who's still on that boat, but by now will be about 500 miles or so west of Manaus.
Well, we thought yesterday was bad. Today's proving even worse. Stephen had a sleepless night and we all were up half the night making phone calls and receiving phone calls with last minute arrangements. Then we lost Stephen's x-ray. We found it again, thank goodness. And we lost the key to the storeroom with all the kit. I think everyone's just too tired. I've got food poisoning. I'm throwing up every half an hour or so and feeling really ill. I'm on the float plane, as you can see, managed to speak to the rest of the crew on their satellite phone, and I've got the coordinates to their flight, to their boat on the lake somewhere, 500 miles away in the Amazon, written on the back of a laundry list, and the plan is to try and find them there, and should be landing in the next hour and a half or so, if all goes to plan.
For once, plans work out. And with the light beginning to fade just minutes before Pichi must be released, Mark's plane touches down.
Hi. How's Pichi?
He's doing fine, ready to go into the pen.
Oh, fantastic.
Half a world away, I successfully check into a Miami hotel to await my fate at the hands of the surgeons. But with all the distractions of the West at my disposal, all I can think about is Mark, the team from Mamiroa, and a young manatee, which has distinguished itself only by a prodigious talent for farting. Miriam has sent out a message inviting the children of 5 villages to be the first to come and see Pichi. Few will ever have encountered a live manatee before. Nobody knows if they will respond. As the boat closes in on Pichi's final destination, the news of his arrival has been spreading. And by boat and canoe, in 2s and 3s, and then in a flood, they come. The local team has built an enclosure where Pichi can become acclimatized to the lake and where local children can come to learn about him and help look after him until it's time to release him fully into the wild.
It's okay, he's nearly clear.
Fantastic, he's in.
Miriam is hoping that the enthusiasm of children for one manatee will feed back through families and villages, and that manatees will at last come to be seen as something to be cherished rather than culled. If successful, she's hoping to repeat this scene throughout the Amazon basin.
So when the day finally comes and you feel he's ready, what do? Just lift the door and say goodbye and hope for the best?
We'll adapt a radio tag to him so we can also follow him and monitor his movements and be close to him, make sure there's no hunters following him. The locals will hopefully help us with that.
So he'll be the best looked after manatee in the world.
Definitely.
Hi, Stephen, it's Mark.
Mark, hello, how good to hear your voice.
Hi.
Tell me about Pichi. How did it go?
Yeah, he's certainly in good hands, and a couple of the girls from the Institute are staying on in the village with him. They're going to be looking after him until he gets moved out into the middle of the lake. So, and everyone's very positive. Everyone thinks he stands a really good chance, which is fantastic.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
Just sorry you couldn't see him.
Wherever we meet next, it is firmly understood that Stephen never leads, he only follows, and everybody helps him onto boats because he's a clumsy arse. That's just got to be understood.
Well, don't do it again.
I will do my very best not to do it again.
Okay. Speak to you very soon.
You bet. Lots of love.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye.
Well, I so wish Stephen had been here to see this. He'd have loved it. And it makes me feel really positive. You know, you can get really bogged down and dragged down by all these population figures and trends and animals disappearing and declining in numbers, and sometimes think there's no hope at all. And then just seeing this and seeing all these people who've given so much for one manatee, it really does give me hope.
If encountering a manatee can move these children as much as it moved me, then maybe there is an outside chance that the greatest period of extinction the world has ever known will not claim the lugubrious, flatulent, and slightly wonderful Amazonian manatee. On his visit to Africa, there was one animal that obsessed Douglas Adams for the rest of his life. It weighed 3 tons, had a horn to die for, and had one of the worst tempers in the animal kingdom.
Unbelievable.
Now it's my turn.